Not much separating the top two in points at the start of the day. The 4 of Shane Bridges enjoying a comfortable 9-point lead, courtesy of 3 heat wins, 2 feature wins so far on this season. The number 17 of Ricky Miller, your defending champion in the division. So far, 2 heat wins and 3 features on his resume in 2019. Rounding out the top 3, Jamie Runnahan leading the division in wins, 6 heats and 1 feature. He would be forced to sit out the opening heat run due to a penalty that he will have to serve. Let's dig into the highlights. Into it here now with Heat 1 coming at a turn 2 and the 42 not noticing that car down low, and when that line isn't there you end up in the infield here. Race continuing on. Jeff Bridges in the 95 out front. Let's take another look at that in case you missed it. Rookie Brian Burt in the 47. First career win earlier this summer. Looking to take on the 95 of Jeff Bridges here. We'll watch as the 47 will try high and low and try just about any line he can to try to catch up to the 95. Bridges, 2 wins already this season, poised to get number 3.
Get a lot of speed off of those corners. As you can see here at the beginning of the corner, it's the 47 making a run on the button. Once that 95 gets back on the gas on that high side, able to pull away down those straightaways. Next time that'll be 2 laps to go to the 95.
Valiant effort by the 47 of Brian Burt, but with the white flag flying, coming around 3 and 4 one more time, it will be the 95 of Jeff Bridges with heat win number 3 of the season. Burt down into second, coming across the finish line. Third will be the 15, Isabel Getson. In case you missed it, take a look towards the back of the pack. The 4, Shane Bridges, having an unlucky start to his day mechanically. You can see here not able to get that car going, having some shifting issues. The 17 of Ricky Miller able to get by safely. Bridges would have to pit early into this one and retire early in the race. Checking out the problem a little later on in the pit area. Broken shifter link cables would lead to its early demise in this heat. Meanwhile, up front, the 49, Bradley Richard. Behind him, the 77, Leighton Delaney, back behind the wheel of his old car. On the outside, the 76 of Randy McTavish. McTavish would be a magnet for door-to-door racing all afternoon. He would have 3 hard-fought third-place finishes on his day, and they would not come easy here, as we can see Delaney all over the back bumper of that 76. Richard continues to lead.
As they continue to beat on each other behind him for second place. Does an excellent job of keeping the 77 of Lake Delaney behind him here. Richard now a couple of car length lead over his closest competitors now. Delaney again looking down low on the 76. Delaney trying to get everything he possibly can into that car. Final lap here now. Delaney with a bit of a run on Richard in the 49.
With the checkered flag waiting for the 49 of Brapley Richard, he will kickstart a great day for his team with the first win on their very successful Sunday afternoon.
Great battle there for second and third. Up front, though, will be the 49 of Bradley Richard, Leighton Delaney, and Randy McTavish putting on one heck of a show for second and third.
Bradley Richard in the 49 hoping to continue where he left off in his heat race up front here, but he has a hard charger coming up the inside of him in the 59 of Jamie Runaghan after having to sit out the heats due to a penalty from last time these drivers were out on the track. The 59 would be looking for some redemption on his day.
To the inside, down the backstretch into 3 and 4. McTavish hanging around in third there as well. That shifter link cable reattached. Shane Bridges now into fourth, trying to slide into third. Runaghan now trying to clear. Richard for the lead, coming out of turns 4 and it's Roy Runaghan leading this time. Runaghan winning the divisional leader in wins here. Very talented driver. This opening heat race. As they leave that one behind them. And Runaghan storms back onto the track and in front, all over the back bumper of the floor. Is Leighton Delaney there. As traffic a bit congested near the back of that pack. Running away with it. Very challenging behind him. Richard leading that second pack of cars. Being scored in second behind him, side by side.
As they come by the start-finish line, 2 to go. Jamie Runaghan running away with it here, but who is going to come home second? As you can see, a number of them fighting for it here.
Start by. Cars behind him are continuing to beat on each other. Now we know who's going to come home with the checkered flag. What's going to happen behind him here in these final set of corners? 3 wide now. As every position being battled for on the track here. Great redemption here for the 59. Jamie Runaghan, semi-winner, running away with it here now. Divisional leader in wins. And that was a great way to put a bit of things behind you. He's going to enjoy this victory lap, ladies and gentlemen. It is the 59, Jamie Runaghan.
Almost disaster here for a number of teams towards the back of the pack. heading into 3 and 4. Keep an eye on the 41. Nowheres to go. And some heavy contact here. Luckily, both drivers able to get it straightened around before they get wrecked around 3 and 4. Well, as we get back to action here, almost 4 wide at the back of the pack. At the front of the pack, getting congested here as well, too, as points leader Shane Bridges trying to get towards the front. 3 wide around 3 and 4. McTavish caught in the middle there. With 4 laps to go, battle on here for a podium finish. As mentioned earlier, Randy McTavish had a really solid day with plenty of door-to-door action. More of it here in this battle for 3rd place in the feature. The 95, Jeff Bridges. 2 heat wins already. 2nd place right now here in this feature, taking a little bump from behind from the 76 around 1 and 2, and the 95's tire will finally explode on him and give out as he will be forced to retire. Already on the day, though, those 2 heat wins, giving him 4 total on the season. Well, despite the tire trouble in the feature, J&J Motorsports combining for 4 wins on the day, 3 heat wins in the feature here by Jamie. So very successful day for these 2 drivers, Jeff and Jamie. Look out for more wins, I'm sure, by the pair. Race results here for August 10th. Chris's Bobcat Service Mini Stock Division and J&J Motorsports, not the only team enjoying a successful Sunday afternoon at the Speedway. Bradley Richard in the 49 getting things kick-started for his team in the Mini Stock Division. Had that opening heat win. 2nd in the semi and a top 5 in the feature. That would help catapult his team for a couple of wins in the Outlaw Division. Nothing changed in the top 3 in points. Shane Bridges, the number 4, still on top. Bradley Richard leapfrogging over Brandon Forsyth, now into 4th place. This Saturday night, it'll be the 3rd and final installment of the Mini Stock Super Series. Ricky Miller on top. All he needs is about a top 12 finish to solidify the Super Series win. Brandon Forsyth 2nd, Bradley Richard in 3rd, and Randy McTavish in 4th. The 27, Matt Watson, the Honda Whisperer. Original champion back in the first year of this division in 2006. Two-time champion, in fact. He is starting to build up towards his third championship. Not sure if anybody's going to be able to snatch this one away from him. Well, also running very well, his teammate, the number 99, Gerald Gallant, 5 heat wins and a feature. Tale of two different tapes, though. First and third in points, sandwiched between this gentleman here, the 26 of Jeff Richard, using all of those good quality average finishes. Right now, second in points. As you see, only one feature win so far for the 26. But as mentioned in part 1 of this series, the 49 Bradley Richard starting things off in that mini stock division for these teams. We'll see how JD Motorsports and Leclerc Racing can get along. In this ultra competitive division, we get things rolling right away in heat number 1. We are going to let it roll right along here for about a half dozen laps. Wow, anybody can win on any given Sunday or Saturday night.
Ford still trying to pull up beside the 47. Leclerc looking to hang on here. It'll be 4 laps to go. Cody Palmer trying his best to join Cornish now with an aggressive move around 22 as Ford getting really close to the 47 as well. Palmer creeping around in 5th there. The 47 with there. Ford still trying to pull up the back rear corner of the 47, can't quite get there. Ford being pressured by the divisional leader, Matt Watson. Ford now pulling up the side of 47 that time. 5 of them now going to join the dance on the front row. One more to go, and there's 5 of them contesting this checkered flag now. Down on that stretch they go one more time. Leclerc leading all the laps so far, but this one here is the most important one of all. Drag race once again to the start finish line. Wow! I don't know if any of you have ever watched harness racing, but that looked like a harness racing finish right there with 5 of them coming across the line. Wow.
Well, as we get back and underway into racing, having a great time watching the newfound speed in the 52 here. We'll let you watch for a couple of laps here as he goes for a wild ride. Luckily, spoiler alert, everyone able to get through it here, but a lot of fun as we watch the next couple of laps.
Going to the 47, the 46 trying to go to work here now. Getting a little too much out of that car on 1 and 2 again. And that's going to put them 3 wide. Sean Morrison caught in the middle. Jeff Richard trying to stand up on the outside. That's Kendall Palmer to the inside.
If If you watched part 1 of our show, we talked about the fact that Bradley Richard helped kickstart his team's successful day at the track on Sunday. We just saw Jordan Leclerc going for the big win. The following race here, we see Jeff Richard and Uncle Jesse now racing side by side. Richard would go on for the win in the 26, and Leclerc in the 46 would hang on to second place.
Richard to the front now. Jesse Leclerc into second and Kendall Palmer into third. Jeff Richard starting the day second in points. His consistent finishes putting him in contention in this points race. As the 26 only with one feature win this season so far. But his average finishes able to put him into second in points. It'll be win number 2 of the season for the 26 of Jeff Richard. Took home a feature win earlier this season. Finally knocking down that heat win now. Jamie Cummings is there in the lead.
After the opening heat swept by JDR Motorsports and Leclerc Racing, also Jesse Leclerc sneaking into that second spot finish in heat number 2. We'll see how those two teams can continue on with their successful day. The drama will unfold here throughout a number of laps. Outlaws Semi 1 here underway. Let's have a look.
Second place. Jesse Leclerc on the 46. He will fly by on the high side as well, too. He's got a head of steam there. Completing a pass for fourth and now third as well. As the Leclerc boys looking forward at the 14.
Colin Brewer and the 14 out front leading, being pursued by the 47 of Jordan Leclerc. His brother Jesse Leclerc backing into third. Leclerc hungry for his second win of the day. Jesse looking to get back into victory lane himself as well. The Brew crew with their hands full here, double fisting against the Leclercs.
Down to these last remaining laps, it seems like 4 or 5 of them all get towards the front. And that has continued here in this semi-race. Colin Brewer continuing to lead all the laps so far. He's got 2 Leclerc side by side behind him in second and third. A pair of hungry drivers behind the Leclerc boys as well too. That's Sean Morrison in the 74 and Troy Gosselin in the 52. As business picking up here on the front row, 5 of them going to come across the finish line with 2 laps to go. Still anybody's game for this one. Gonna need every inch of this racetrack to get counts. Especially this one. Brewer. Gonna get sent to the inside, and that's gonna shuffle things around here on the final lap. Jesse Leclerc will be the first driver across the start-finish line there. There's something happening heading into turn 3 and 1 in the final set of corners. And can't be running with 5 cars at that front of the pack all day.
Some tight racing and unfortunate circumstances, but the big benefactor, Uncle Jesse, the 46, Jesse Leclerc.
Jeff Richard.
continuing to roll along with the race in the 86. Matt Ford starting to drive away from it here. Kendall and Cody Palmer battling side by side. That's Cody on the inside. Right behind them, the 27, Matt Watson, divisional leader, trying to sneak on by three-time champion Kendall Palmer here. Business picking up here for each and every position.
40 and 19 will clear for second place. Kendall now trying to fight off the 27 of Matt Watson. Watson able to slide on by for third.
White flag, Matt Ford going on to his second heat win of the season, third in total if you include that feature win. Matt Watson trying everything he can around 1 and 2, and again around 3 and 4 here. Just can't quite get up towards the 19 of Cody Palmer. Strong finish there though. Top 3, it will be Matt Ford, Cody Palmer, and Matt Watson. Only a few laps in action on the front row. The 47 of Jordan Leclerc trying to overtake the 86 of Matt Ford. Leclerc, some help on the way behind him as 3 members of the top 5 are all teammates of his. Right behind the 47 you can see that is his brother Jesse Leclerc down on the inside beside the lucky 13 of Harley Cornish. That's Jeff Richard. Battle on heading towards the front.
Tucking behind Leclerc, that is Jesse Leclerc. And the inside now, third, that's the 26 of Jeff Richard. Winner for Northern today as well.
Once completing that pass for the lead, the 86 just took off and started driving away from the pack, courtesy of that nice clean air and preferred groove behind them. Second, third, and fourth, you can see it, the 47, the 46, and the 26. They begin to do a little bit of battle, but try to be also a little bit cautious here. A lot of cars coming behind those 3 drivers.
Harley Cornish making his way towards that area as well, too. He's scored in the 5th. Meanwhile, Matthew Ford, though, sizable lead right at the moment as the rest of the field trying to catch up.
Keep an eye on the 27 here. Trouble around 1 and 2, then with some lap traffic around 3 and 4. Some tense moments for the divisional leader. with action all over the track. Eventually that white flag does come out for the 86 of Matt Ford. Job well done here on the double win. He will have 4 total wins on the season, make that 2 heats and 2 features for the 86. We'll slow it down for position number 5, and then we'll play a little game. You can figure out, if you haven't already, who was scored in 5th. We'll find out in a few moments. Good luck with your guesses. And when we said this division was ultra competitive, Ford becomes only the 2nd driver in the division to record their 2nd feature win. Anybody can certainly win on any given night, but on that afternoon it was Matt Ford. As mentioned, LeClaire Racing, JDR Motorsports having a fantastic day at the track. 3 heat wins, a 2nd place finish, and a 2nd and 3rd in the feature as well. The 5th place position in that feature being scored, the 27 of Matt Watson. Can't get much closer than that for P5, coming right down to the wire. Continuing into the points here, nothing changing for the top 3 position. Once we get to these points, Matt Watson continues to build on his lead. Jeff Richard continuing into 2nd. Gerald Gallant rounding out the top 3. Don't forget, this Saturday it is the final installment of the Palmer Automotive and Truck Center Super Series for the Outlaw Division. Gerald Gallant heads into the final installment with a very slim lead over the 26 of Jeff Richard. You have to be a perfect carpenter in order to count it on one hand. Cody Palmer rounds out the top 3 in points, and he's not too far off. You might need both hands to figure out how far out of first he is, but you don't need every single finger. As we head into Saturday night's Super Series run at Oyster Speedway for this Outlaw Division, you never know. Teammates might even come into play at the end of it. One thing's for sure, should be one heck of a show, and I'm sure we'll need every single lap. (2018) OBS Outlaw Division champion Devin Gallant currently leading the Legends Division in points, only by a couple though. Looking to close the gap will be the 14 of Kyle McEachran, Mr. Excitement, having some great finishes as of late. Also joining the Legends Division, the 27 of Austin McDonald from King Racing. We had a chance to sit down with the 15-year-old prior to the start of the races.
What got you into the sport and what attracted it to you early?
I've been in the race shop ever since I was probably 4 years old, because my grandfather, William McDonald, raced pro stocks and late models for all of his life, and I really wanted to be there someday, and that's what we're working forwards to. I started my Bando career when I was 10, just getting more experience, and once I got to, I think, to age 14, I moved up to the Legend Division, and I've just been down in the States last year too, trying to grow as a driver, and now I'm practicing the pro stock, the late model around here, and I ran New Hampshire Motor Speedway a little while ago, and I'm just hoping to run more pro stock races, and by next year maybe be a full-time late model driver.
Let's see how the King Racing prodigy fares out at Oyster Speedway. The first casualty on the afternoon, the 36 of Devin Gallant, goes for a little spin coming at a turn 4, luckily catching nobody, and he does a clean spin around, able to continue on. That crew continuing with the rebuilds over the last couple of weeks. And on the ensuing restart, the 15-year-old taking a little look 3 wide, but wisely backing off around 1 and 2, realizing that door is going to be shut pretty quickly. Patience paying off here early.
Running to the inside of the 14. And he will complete that pass. McDonald as well following the 33 along that high side.
Up front, the 33 of Gary Dunning. Now in his rear view mirror, the 27 of Austin McDonald. McDonald going hunting here now as he takes a couple of laps to try to figure out the best way around the 33. The 27, after a couple of laps, will get it figured out.
Great run there to the 27 high, then trying to take that low side. Trying to get that car to stick down low this time, gunning to the outside. McDonald completing the pass now.
About 5 years ago, Austin McDonald was in a Bandolero here at Oyster Speedway. Now is a 15-year-old returning in a Legends car and starting his day off in the winner's circle, grabbing the first checkered flag of the day.
First race of the day, though, it is going to go to the 27 of Austin McDonald and King Racing. A few little kinks to work out of that 36 car.
With 7 to go in this semi-race, Kyle McEachran in the 14 getting some pressure from the 33 of Gary Dunning. Right there sitting back in third, seeing what's happening in front of him. The 27, Austin McDonald, trying to size up the competition and figure out where the safest route will be. Action will continue to unfold in this Legends division.
Meanwhile.
Bit of a funny ending to that one, but regardless, our very first winner from Prince Edward Island in our newly formed local division. It'll be the 33 of Gary Dunning from Winslow, PEI. Congratulations, Gary. You're a part of trivia now. Into the feature race on the afternoon card here now for the Legends division. Mr. Excitement, Kyle McEachran out to the early advantage. Behind him, the 27 of Austin McDonald, picking them off one by one, continuing. His sights set on that checkered flag. 14 laps to go. Once McDonald clears down the backstretch, he would never look back. Once in that clean air and preferred groove, he would begin to pull away from the pack, securing his second win of the day. Well, it was a long 9 weeks on the road in the U.S. for this King Racing prodigy. Austin McDonald and the 27 following a very busy couple of weeks for them. You can see here race winner down at the Atlanta Motors Speedway, one of the many highlights the family has been able to enjoy. Coming out of this 9-week trip, third in points nationally in the Young Lions division. The trip down through the United States took an opposite turn towards the end, heading up north to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway to run the Pass North Series, finishing fourth in his very first race behind a pro stock car. Look for him in a pro stock vehicle very, very soon for King Racing, coming to a racetrack near you. Taking one more look at the results from this past Sunday. And as you can see, sandwiched between two wins, that little unfortunate glip there in the semi. Gary Dunning becoming the very first Prince Edward Island driver to take home a checkered flag. Back and into the points race here. It's even tighter now between the 36 of Devin Gallant and the 14 of Kyle McEachran. Should make for some exciting racing coming up this Saturday in the Red Rock Harley Davidson Toymaster Motorsports and Polaris PEI Legends Division. Moore's Well Drilling Street Stock Division action. Leader in points at the start of the day, the 4, Andrew Thompson, the 10-man here. A great shot of the excellent work he's done inside of this car. 7-point lead at the start of the day. Nipping at that rear bumper is the 06 of Alex Sheehan. He has been packing up the wins. He has 3 heat wins and 2 features to add along to that one in a tie for wins with the 4. Rounding out the top 3 steadily into there, the 37 of Brandon Albert. He is looking to climb forward as well. So let's get right into the highlights. Jumping right into the heat action here now. Opening race, the 35 of Colton Ford leading early. being tracked down by his good friend, the 06 of Alex Sheehan. The two would go on and have quite a race here, have a lot of fun, and ensue in a game of bumper tag. 3 shots would be exchanged before the 06 of Alex Sheehan would open up his day with a win.
Inside and out. Alex Sheehan coming to the inside. On the outside, Ford with a bit of run down the front here. Battle on for third and fourth as well behind those 2 cars. Zach Chappell and Jared McCory continue to exchange shots there. Alex Sheehan, 35. Trying to make a run down the backstretch. At 35, producing some pretty good power. Now we'll pull up behind the 35. Make something work on that high side. Something that's a little bit different here now. A little function run around 1 and 2. Up front on the outside to the start-finish line.
Early in this heat race, front row action on the inside. Brandon Albert to the right of him. It is the 51 of Mitchell Arsenault. And these 2 hard chargers run side by side, door to door, and don't leave anything out there. Once Albert was able to get by, Arsenault continuing to have his hands full, this time with division leader Andrew Thompson. Again, some side-by-side, door-to-door, white-knuckle racing for the 51. I'm sure he wouldn't have it any other way.
flag will be out next time by. Albert loving the fact that these two drivers beat each other.
White flag is out for the 37 of Brandon Albert. Big question still left on the table. Who's coming home in second? Andrew Thompson to the inside, Mitchell Arsenault to the outside. Not a lot is going to separate these two competitors from second place. As you can see, about a half a car length for position 2 advantage Thompson. Early into this semi-race, the 51, Mitchell Arsenault, clean air preferred groove out there trying to log some laps up front. Randy Snow running second, but he is being preyed on by the 50 of Gerald McQuarrie, our Asphalt original here, and he is a man on the mission to head towards the front. And Gerald McQuarrie with his patented pass around 3 and 4. Mitchell Arsenault being schooled by the veteran here. Unfortunately, the 51 having to retire from that one. Some tire trouble there. Going back, though, to the checkered flag, it would be the 50 of Gerald McQuarrie.
Ready to hit the light here, though. Going to green. Mini feature to the ramp, please. Mini feature to the ramp. We're going to keep rolling here, no intermission. Mini feature to the ramp, please. Mini feature to the ramp. We're going to have intermission as prior to our enduro. Not much separating those 4 cars. Brandon Albert with a slight advantage, heading to 3 and 4, pulling 4 here at the rear quarter. Andrew Thompson on the side. Alex Sheehan hanging around trying to figure.
Well, that's an interesting looking outside line being led by the 37 of Brandon Albert. Andrew Thompson tucked away in the middle. Right behind him, the 06 of Alex Sheehan. I don't have to tell you the history between these 3 drivers over the last number of weeks. And here we go. Andrew Thompson a little hard around 1 and 2, beginning some excitement.
That's going to put a bit of distance between him. Well, we've got winners from earlier today in first and second. And I don't have to tell you the history of the last couple of weekends. Between our front 2 cars here now, Andrew Thompson still trying to pull back and up. It'll be Alex Sheehan run on the 37 here. The 37 trying to hang on outside. 5.5 laps will remain as we head down that stretch. They're torn over here coming into turn 4. Sheehan able to take that corner real good and tight. Albert trying to get that speed off that inside rule. Andrew Thompson waiting around to see what's going to happen in front of him. Sheehan with a bit of a run here now, trying to clear the 37. The 37 will tuck in behind the 06. And now the 37 will try to go down low. 3 laps up on the Fair Isle Ford scoreboard. They're going to need each and every lap here in short.
Well, Brandon Albert in the 37 trying high, trying low, trying just about any kind of line he can find. He wasn't able to get up to the 06, and he almost loses that second place position here on the white flag. Andrew Thompson still hard charging right to the end, but it would be the 06 Alex Sheehan, followed by Brandon Albert and Thompson rounding out the top three in this semi-race, heading to the feature with plenty of excitement brewing.
We're able to bring you those highlights for all the good reasons this time. As well, drilling street stock division feature time. Business already picking up on the front row. Chain reaction there as everyone checking up. Brandon Albert with his hand full. As well, drilling street stock division feature time. Business already picking up on the front row. Chain reaction there as everyone checking up. Brandon Albert with his hand full.
As you can see, coming into turn one, Zach Chappell a little bit loose. Brandon Albert nowhere to go, checking up, that accordion effect happening behind him as the 4 runs into the 37, and the 26 runs into the 4. Brandon Albert still trying to get that car back and under control coming into turn 4 here. Dicey moments here early in the feature. Certainly action all over the track in this field of cars for the feature. Couldn't quite tell to keep an eye in the front or the back of the pack. Alex Sheehan leading. And you can see here now trouble between the 26 of Randy Snow as he comes into turn 4 and clips the wall with the rear end of that car. Bounces back off of Colton Ford. Both drivers, though, able to keep going in the right direction here. We'll go back up front, though. Gerald McQuarrie challenging Sheehan for the lead.
Alex Sheehan was a big triple win here. His great sponsors of the Bay Farms. He was going to show off with his crowd. Trying to get in there. As McQuarrie pulls up the side on the backstretch.
The 06 hooked up like a rocket here, heading into 3 and 4 one more time. My only disappointment here is I missed the fact that he was drifting around 3 and 4 there. I kind of missed that second half of the corner, but regardless, congratulations to the 06, a big triple win. Capping off his second triple win of the season, the 06, Alex Sheehan grabbing that checkered flag now on the season. That'll give him 8 total wins on the season, 5 heats and 3 features. Would it be enough, though, to make up the ground on Andrew Thompson, who finished the day second, a third, and a fifth into the feature? The 51, Mitchell Arsenault, starting and finishing the day on a good note. Third place finishes, including that feature, which was great to see, and the buzz around the pit area. Everyone happy to see the 51 with some good, strong finishes here. I have a feeling many more to come for that team. Taking a look at the points, could Alex Sheehan make up the big difference? Yes, he could. But let me tell you, it is a very, very slim margin. Brandon Albert continuing to hold down that third spot. Nick Chason and Colton Ford rounding out the top 5. Reporting for the Fat Cat Sports Network, I'm Jeremy McDonald.